I'm not a faceless brand on Amazon. I'm a dad, a husband, and like a lot of men, I started losing my hair. But here's the thing. When I looked at what was available, I didn't trust it. Harsh chemicals, empty promises, overpriced treatments. I didn't want to put that on my scalp, and I definitely didn't want products in my house that I wouldn't feel safe using around my children. So I decided to do something different. And it turns out I wasn't the only one who needed this. Teresa had been struggling with thinning hair for years, but after just a month with Wild Stallion Mane, she started seeing baby hairs sprouting right where she thought that growth was gone for good. Joe told me that he finally feels confident after his haircuts again because his hair actually looks thicker. And Anna, a mom of 4, started noticing real regrowth around her hairline just 8 weeks after postpartum shedding. These aren't models or actors, they are real people seeing real results. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll share the one ingredient that completely changed the game for me. The one that most brands won't even talk about. Trust me, you'll want to hear about this. But before I get into the science and the formula, let me take you back, because the truth is Wild Stallion Mane didn't start as a company. It started as a very personal journey. Right here in Houston, when I first noticed my hairline slipping back. I was 28, and I'll be honest with you, I took pride in my hair. Growing up in the 90s, long hair was everything. Think grunge, alternative rock, wrestling, movie stars like Brad Pitt with those flowing locks. I was that guy with the sweet, sweet hair. But as more and more of my scalp started peeking through, I felt like I was losing a part of my identity. Each morning, staring in the reflection became harder and harder. I wanted to look good for myself, look good for my wife, and just feel confident in who I was. But watching my hairline retreat was like watching my confidence drain away, one hair at a time. Years later, when I became a father, and now that I'm a dad of 4, those brutally honest kids of mine started asking questions like, "Daddy, why is your hair going away?" That hit different. As a father, you want to show up as your best self for your family. You want to feel confident, not just for you, but for them too. Now, let me be clear who this is not for. If you're looking for overnight miracles, this is not it. If you want some magic pill that'll give you a full head of hair by next week, keep scrolling. This isn't for people who aren't willing to be consistent or put in the work. But if you're a guy who wants a natural, science-backed solution that's safe and effective, if you're tired of harsh chemicals and empty promises, if you want something that you'd feel comfortable using around your family, then this is absolutely for you. So there I was, trying all the usual suspects. Minoxidil made my scalp feel like my scalp was on fire. Finasteride, let's just say that the side effects weren't worth it, especially as a husband and a father. I tried fancy shampoos, miracle serums, even those weird scalp massage contraptions. Nothing worked. If anything, my hair just kept getting thinner. That's when I realized something. The entire hair loss industry is built on 2 things: harsh chemicals that come in scary side effects, or overpriced gimmicks that don't work. There had to be a better way. See, the old way is what most companies are still doing. They're pumping products full of chemicals like minoxidil and finasteride. They're making wild promises about overnight results. They're charging premium prices for single ingredient solutions that barely work. And worst of all, they don't care about side effects or what you're putting in your body. The new way, our way, is different. We use over 40 premium natural ingredients that work together. No harsh chemicals, no scary side effects, just nature's most powerful hair growth arsenal, backed by both ancient wisdom and modern science. After 2 years of research and literally becoming obsessed with figuring out what actually works, I discovered that effective hair growth comes down to 3 key pillars. Pillar number 1, improving scalp circulation. Think of your hair follicles like plants in a garden. Just like plants, we need water and nutrients. Your hair follicles need oxygen, rich blood to thrive. When circulation is poor, follicles literally starve. That's where ingredients like peppermint and rosemary come in, natural vasodilators that get blood flowing to your scalp. Pillar number 2, blocking DHT. This hormone is the main culprit behind male pattern baldness. It shrinks follicles until they stop producing hair. We combat this with powerful natural DHT blockers like saw palmetto and pumpkin seed oil, ingredients that stop DHT in its tracks without side effects. Pillar number 3, nourishing the follicles. Your hair needs vitamins, minerals, and nutrients to unleash its main potential. Ingredients like aloe vera, castor oil, and bringraj, the king of herbs, used in India for over 5,000 years, provide deep nourishment that keeps follicles healthy and productive. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Stallion, this sounds way too good to be true. I've been burned before. I get it. I was skeptical too. That's exactly why I spent years perfecting this formula and testing it out on myself. But don't just take my word for it. Let me share what's happening with real people using Wild Stallion Mane right now. Take Oscar, a 32-year-old busy dad, just like me. He was dealing with noticeable crown thinning that was killing his confidence. After just a few weeks with our Mane Growth Elixir, that thinning area filled in completely. He went from avoiding overhead lighting to not caring about camera angles. His barber even commented on how much thicker his hair is looking. Or my very own mother-in-law, Patricia, at 55, stress had caused her temples to thin out dramatically. She was avoiding family gatherings because she felt self-conscious. And within 2 weeks, just 14 days, she had visible baby hairs growing at her temples. 3 years later, she's still using the product because it works. And then there's Arnold, just 22 years old, but dealing with extreme thinning that made him look older than his dad. He caught it early and fought back with our elixir. Now at 23, he has better hair than he did in high school. As he put it, best investment I ever made. Remember that game-changing ingredient that I promised to tell you about? Here it is, cold-pressed black seed oil. Now you might be thinking, black seed oil, isn't that just some trendy ingredient? But this isn't some new fad. Black seed oil, also known as Nigella sativa, has been used for centuries across the Middle East and South Asia. It's packed with over 100 vitamins and minerals. But here's what makes it special for hair growth. It's loaded with thymoquinone, a powerful antioxidant that protects follicles from damage and promotes new hair cell growth. Studies show it can increase hair growth by up to 76% in just 3 months. So why don't other brands use it? Simple. It's expensive. Oh, really expensive. We source ours from the finest harvest in the Fertile Crescent, cold pressed to preserve maximum potency. Most companies won't invest in it because it cuts into their profit margin. But for me, this isn't just about profit. This is about creating something that I'd use on my own scalp, in my own home, around my own kids. Look, I know it can be overwhelming when you've been disappointed before, but here's what I want you to do right now. First, join Wild Stallion Mane's newsletter and get instant access to your personal hair growth tracker app. You'll get an ingredient glossary, routine guide, and the ability to track your progress with photos and notes. Plus, I'll send you a 10% discount code for your first order. Then grab your bottle of Mane Growth Elixir. 40 plus botanicals in every bottle designed to wake up your follicles naturally. And here's the thing, you've got 90 days to try it, completely risk-free. If you don't see results after consistent use, get your money back, no questions asked. But here's what you do need to know. Due to the potency of our ingredients, especially that cold-pressed black seed oil, we can only produce the Mane Growth Elixir in small batches. Sometimes we sell out for weeks. So don't wait. Sign up to the newsletter, get your discount code, and secure your bottle today. Imagine looking in the mirror 90 days from now, seeing thicker growth, more confidence, and knowing you finally found something that works. Your future self will thank you. The link is in the description below. Your hair journey starts now.